Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to Caolan Loughran up against Yanis Ghemmouri, UFC debut. This one's going to be massive in Paris. It's been a long time coming, right? How excited are you that it's happened now? Is the timing feeling right to you?
It has been a long time coming, but do you know what? I always felt like my COVID and stuff. I was always pulled back. I thought I could have got to the UFC. Say about the same with Cage Warriors at the time of COVID. I'd have been in the UFC like 2 years ago. I'm 27 now, so I thought I could have done this. I could have run through Cage Warriors earlier, but sometimes a fighter kind of needs to see it from himself. And my coach kind of pulled me back. He didn't want me to sign with Cage Warriors because of what comes after. So I felt like I was pulled back there until the time was right for me to take on the best in the world. So it feels like the right time to be doing this. Do you know what I mean?
Are you ready to kind of explode on this stage in many respects? I'm sure
Yeah.
that many debutantes would come in maybe a bit not shy, but
No.
awed by the occasion. But I feel like you're ready to sort of let everybody know.
1,000,000%. I was the two. So I was only in Cage Wars 15 months. I was 2022 Cage Wars Breakthrough Fight of the Year. My plan is to be the 2023 UFC Breakthrough Fight of the Year in two fights. I've done it in three last promotion. We'll do it in two in this promotion. So I'm here to just blow up, put them all on notice, put the champion Sean O'Malley on notice next Saturday night. That's my plan. I'm not here for the slow road. I'm absolutely here to blow up immediately. And then see like the bright light, you said people getting affected. That's like I keep telling myself like the external is only gonna affect a weak mind. It's the same stuff, it's the same what changed outside the octagon, more lights, more viewers. That's only affects you if you're weak. So now I'm built for this lad and I'm ready to blow up next Saturday night, ready to change my life, you know what I mean?
Yanis Ghemmouri, the Desert Warrior, he's got a 12-1 record, never fought in the UFC, but he's fought in Brave. Have you had a good look at him, and what do you make of him as a first UFC opponent for you?
I have. I study all my opponents' tendencies as much as I can. I think it's like incorrect preparation if you don't. You always hear by saying the opponents are relevant. I think with myself, that's just stupid. That's stupid in my eyes. I have, of course, looked into him. And yes, he's on a 9-fight win streak. He's 12-1. He's a fellow debutant, but the bookies have me as the biggest favorite on UFC Paris, and I think it's with good reason. Do you know what I mean? I'm rocking up to the Fighter Hotel with that confidence, and me and my team's like I'm the biggest favorite on this card. I'm opening the main card on my debut, so I should be putting this kid away. I hold myself in high regards. I know that if he went in the top five, they'd all smash him. So I need to be handling him. Do you know what I mean?
There's certainly precedent. There's history for big talents coming from Cage Warriors, champions coming from Ireland, big personalities coming to the UFC. The fans have sort of had the way paved. What's your relationship with that? McGregor, Gary. How do you feel about those guys? I'm sure you're very much your own man, but do you like appreciate the path that's been blazed there, or do you just very much want to sort of do your own thing?
Them two guys are phenomenal fighters. McGregor's obviously in a league of his own. What he's done for this sport. Ian Gary at the weekend was like fuck me, amazing. The way he performed against Neil Magny was like I knew he was gonna win. I knew he was good, but I was like surprised how easily he handled that. But I don't know. It seems to me sometimes in the microphone he's a bit like staged. So I'm not gonna try and be something that I'm not. People's gonna like me or you're not. I don't give a flying fuck. But I'm here to be champion. I'm just gonna be myself, lad, because I think it's very evident when someone's not being themselves. I think it being me, lad. People are gonna like me or you don't like me, but I guarantee I can get people watching me anyway. Because next Saturday I'm telling you, I'm grabbing the microphone, I'm putting Sean O'Malley, I'm gonna put him on notice immediately. So I'm just gonna be myself, lad, and definitely not trying to be something that I'm not. But Cage Wars has been a proven ground for a long time coming in as a champion, and they build stars, even the likes of Paddy and stuff. They put you on a platform to perform. Like I took nearly 100 people to Rome for my Cage Wars title fight before the UFC running like it's halfway across Europe. That's a crazy crowd, and I roughly double that are coming to Paris. And this is only my debut, so yeah, I'm moving myself, lad, and I think I'm probably going to be a star by being myself, if I'm being honest.
I've got to ask you. I'll admit I'm an Arsenal fan, right? And if you speak to any
Right.
Irishman, they'll tell you what memory sticks out that hurts. And maybe you're a bit younger than me, but Thierry Henry's handball in Paris. So
Kerry's handball and bars. I keep getting sent this for people in Ireland. Get this one's for Henry's handball. Maybe I have to say that to the bars, the Paris or the French people. I don't know.
but that's it. That's it. Is that like a nice little side note, a little bit of added spice, a bit of inspiration? Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. France are better than Ireland at football, but French MMA is very poor for the most part. So we'll get them back here next Saturday night. I'll try my best.
What do you make of this this latest news? It's McGregor sounded like he'd had an interesting evening when he was doing his Twitter Spaces, but he said he's not going to fight Michael Chandler anymore. What did you make of that? I mean, what's going on here? I'd love to see him just fight somebody. What's going to happen there? Do you reckon?
He sounded sober. Is that what you're saying? No, I don't know because I absolutely want to fight on the December pay-per-view. That was been my plan. Obviously, if it was McGregor, that would be deadly. Just the whole Irish connection. Just be cool to share a card with him. It would help my brand. It would be cool for me as well. But I seen that. It looks like it's not going to happen now. Sean, he wants to fight on it, O'Malley. So I still want to fight in that. I want to see McGregor back, but I want to see him do himself justice if he comes back. I don't want to see him half-assed drinking, doing all this shit, and then come back and falling off the way a lot of great, like the likes of BJ Penn, the way these, like there was a time BJ Penn was one of the best in the world. Look how it ended for him. What to go 7 KOs in a row or something. Frankie Edgar, and I don't think they lived the life that McGregor's living. Even, do you know what I mean? I don't think they're partying the same. So if he's going to do it, I want to see him do his skill and his himself justice. Do you know what I mean? But is that going to, honestly, do I see that happening? Is he being pushed in the gym? Does his coach and stuff push him in the gym? I don't know that. If you watch that McGregor documentary and stuff, it seems very much he's telling his coaches what he's going to do. And that's not the way it is for these young, hungry guys. Like if McGregor was in my gym, like I know the skill of the man, I would be on him every day. Every day, my goal would be to fucking hit him, to take him down, to hurt him, to make him tired. If he was in the gym as a fan of his skill and as the guy who'd want myself, like that should be the young guys. But I don't see that from the guys around them. It seems to be like they're almost like in awe, and that's just not a good environment for a fighter. I hope he comes back and knocks. He could knock out Chandler, of course, but it's just about taking the right fights and him applying himself great because he's one of the greatest ever, and he's someone I of course look up to. You know what I mean?
I'm going to wrap up with a little quick fire, which I do with all fighters. But I don't know what your relationship is with a lot of the UFC fighters, given that it's going to be making your debut. But let's crack on anyway. So, who is the best wrestler in the UFC?
My favorite stylistically is Arman Tsarukyan. I think the best is probably Islam.
Who's the funniest?
Paulo Costa.
Who's the most annoying?
Molly McCann.
That's an interesting one. All right. And who's the best looking?
I have a woman, lad, so I'll leave it at that.
Very sensible. Very sensible. It's not a trap. Who's the best dressed?
Chito, Marlon Chito Vera or Jorge Masvidal. I like both hairstyles.
Who's got the best fight IQ?
Volk, by a mile.
Who'd you most like to have dinner with?
McGregor, because it'd probably end up in a party.
Who would make the best movie star?
Probably the Mac again. Probably McGregor's movie would be good. It would be funny, wouldn't it?
And who's got the best hands?
Best boxing? I like Ilia Topuria. I love his boxing.
Who's that? Ilia Topuria. Okay.
Yeah.
And who would you most want by your side in a street fight?
John Jones. Fucking 100%.
Who's the most interesting female fighter?
Weili. I like Weili Zhang. Her even at the weekend there, she's fucking brilliant. She's absolutely brilliant.
Seems like she's getting better and better as well. And last question.
And everything.
Who would be your dream fight in any weight class, past or present?
Sugar Shane, Sean O'Malley. I'm going to put you on notice next Saturday night, dickhead.
Did that finish impress you? Did that surprise you at all? I mean, it was very Aldo McGregor-esque, right?
Very much so. Impressed me. It was a phenomenal shot. He drew it out of him. We half stepped back as he threw a jab. I think he was ready to go through a right hand with his chin up. He's clocked him. No, it's beautiful. You could see him drilling it backstage. That deep step back right hook. He really turns over it. Unbelievable. Phenomenal shot. Not fair play to him. This so I think a lot of people go wrong in the sport. They try to say outlandish stuff and they just say they come across stupid and fake. I call a spade a spade. That shot was class. It was inspiring.
Was it a bit frustrating that maybe you should be there? And Boston's like the second home of the Irish, right? And yeah, like if COVID didn't happen, that probably could have been. Do you know what I mean? You could have been on that main card.
We'll get it down the line, lads. No rush. Everything happens for a reason. Your Paris is very accessible for people. And it's like 100 Irish coming over for me now. And Reese is sharing the car with me. So he'll bring crowd. So, no, Boston will be class. It will be class. Manifesting that it will happen at TD Garden. But no, it's I don't mind fighting in Europe for the debut. Do you know what I mean?
Maximum respect. Really good to meet you, mate. Hopefully chat to you again in the future. Best of luck.
Anytime, brother. Thank you so much.
Nice one. Cheers.